Ba, ba, ba.
I am recording. Ba, ba, ba. There are weird noises.
I am recording. Ba, ba, ba.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 598th episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. I'm your host, Steve. Happy New Year. With me is Hannah.
I am here. Happy 2024.
We're lying. We're actually recording this in 2023. It just comes out on 2024.
It's close
I'm still
enough.
excited.
Greg also here.
Welcome to 2024. I'm fine with 2023 going away. Thank you very much.
I feel like we say this at the end of every year.
We do.
Maybe that'll be a
Look,
good year.
it's been a series of wild years.
Well, speaking of wild year, we're ending with not a lot of wild news, but there is some news here. So we'll just go through it, and that will be the show. It's been such a long time since we've checked in with Pokemon Sleep. So we're going to start 2024.
Oh, dang it.
With the, did you forget to press your Pokeball Plus thingy?
I hit the button, but I have not opened the app. And I just remembered that I have not opened the app.
Oh,
but
you
I
missed
did
breakfast.
hit the button.
Me every day missing breakfast. Here's the New Year's event. It will begin by the time you're listening to this. It should be live 4 a.m. January 1st for the New Year 2024. It's a week-long celebration. You can get 1.5 the usual sleep experience if you track your sleep during the event. You will also get a bonus of 2,024 bonus sleep points.
How'd they come up with that number?
If it was Niantic, it would be just 24.
Correct.
Whatever they give.
It would be. 2024 is actually a lot.
Yeah. It's
Is it?
It is.
Yeah. That's a
It's
half a
half
Master
of what you
Ball.
need for a Master Ball.
A half a Master Ball.
I feel like that's not a lot for how many sleep points I get.
Oh, you both are. Wait, well, hold on. Wait, you're both on free, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many sleep points do you have? I have like 12,000 sleep points.
Now I'm going to open it up and it's going to be like, hey, look at your thing. And I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like,
that's true. It's going to yell.
on.
It's going to be like, you want to get. All right. As you're opening it up, I'll tell you what's going to happen for this event. Okay. So you get the sleep experience 1.5 times. You'll get you'll get 512 on the New Year's Day, and then you'll get 512 on the last day of the event. You're going to get a bonus 200 sleep points every other day of the event. That's what leads to the 2024. Many different Pokemon will appear. I don't know about that. I still have not found an Onix, and I hate being in Taupe Hollow. I had like 7 Shuppets this morning, and
It's so good.
It has
How have you not
music.
found an Onyx? I found an Onyx for crying out loud.
Apparently, like dozing on Taupe Hollow is like the worst batch of Pokemon. So if you what is it, like deep sleep? What, I can't remember what they call it. It's like dozing, balanced, and whatever the other one is. The deep sleep one.
The deep sleep one.
But if you get dozing on Taupe Hollow, I'm gonna just start cheating in Pokemon Sleep. I'm just gonna put my Pokeball on my end table so that I don't get dozing. Because I just shove it in Ekans. I don't want that.
That's cheating.
Give me that deep sleep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
usually get slumbering.
Oh,
Slumbering. That's what it is.
I get it all. Hold on.
I get it. Greg gets all 3 every night. It's
Every
crazy.
night. Okay, so the sleep points is the blue banner, right?
Yeah. You hit shop, and then
No.
it shows it.
I
you
guess
don't
it
hit
shows it in there, but you hit Sleep Pass, and it's right there in big numbers on the
Sleep
pass.
Sleep Pass.
The
Where do you get
blue
that? Under
But yeah,
missions?
sleep pass.
next to missions.
Next to missions.
I
Sleep
have-
Pass. I see.
I have 27,800 sleep points.
You have 20.
Wow.
What are you not spending?
You never
them everywhere?
spend them. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you not spending them?
What am I supposed to spend them on?
You spend them on the things
On the
under
cookies.
on the cookies.
I have so many cookies.
On the cookies.
I have 35 regular Pokeball cookies.
That's because you don't use them.
I use one every day.
Okay,
You
I
use
guess
the
I get
one every day.
Okay, I guess that makes
and
sense
I
for
use the one.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that makes sense for you, Greg, because recovery incense is a waste. Energy pillow a waste. Helper whistle
Always.
I think a waste.
Well, I
Recovery
have 3 in
incense
stock.
isn't a waste. Recovery incense isn't a waste if you don't get good sleep. But we're talking about Greg here, so
Seriously, like get on my level. Okay, I
Okay,
have
you
one
always,
Master
you
Ball
always,
ticket.
Greg, right now get the easy travel ticket. It's only 100. Get that. You gotta get that every month
Why?
because that lets you re-roll your island if you have a bad island at the start of a good event. That's worth it. This is a
What do
hot
you mean
tip. This is-
re-roll my island if I go
So
to the...
okay, let's say there was like a Christmas event, or okay, let's say there's a Valentine's event in Greengrass,
Uh-huh.
and you go there and you have like the worst berries, like you have like Rost and like whatever berry that only like Gengar has, and then whatever, and there you're like, oh, I don't have 3 Pokemon to match those berries, so you can use the easy travel and go back to Greengrass, and it'll give you 3 new berries, so you can opt.
That is a level that I will never.
It's only 100. It's only 100.
That also requires me to look at the berries and know what my Pokemon do for berries. Look, I just have my shinies out wandering on the island, and I click them and I get food. This is how I live my life, and
Okay,
I still get better sleep than the both of you, and I'm pretty sure I'm a higher rank.
I think you're a higher level than I am.
I'm looking at regular exchange, and there's nothing worth buying besides Pokeball biscuits and the easy travel. And maybe like once in a while, you're like, I'll finally evolve that Eevee into Vaporeon. If you go into can you guys even see the premium store?
I mean, I see the tab.
Yes, we can. It's all locked, but we can see it.
Oh, so you can't see the items?
We can.
Oh, okay.
There's
okay.
just a little lock on them.
So I buy all the Pokeballs, all the Great Balls every month. And then I always buy sub-skill seed and main skill seed. So that's like
the
what
fact
eats
that you
most
have
of my
access
points.
to the sub-skill seed and the main skill seed, that's the real plus of premium.
Yeah, I think I've bought them every month except the first month because I wasn't sure what they did. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I need these or not, or like they're kind of expensive. Are they? But I don't ever buy dream clusters or tickets. Like I don't need tickets because my Blastoise is like the world's best milkman. He's like, here you go. Here's like 800 milk every day. I was like, okay, I guess I'm every ingredient's going to be just filled with milk.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot of milk. I have Espeon who gives me a lot of milk.
Ooh, you have an Espeon?
Yeah.
For not playing this game, Greg, you sure have a lot of points, and you have Espeon, which requires work.
It requires me to sleep. There's one thing I do in my life. I sleep. I enjoy it. It's my favorite hobby.
This should be your favorite game. It's matching up with your favorite hobby.
Yeah, no, I mean, I play it passively. Like, I'm not going to do anything that puts stress on my sleeping. And paying attention to a lot of this is putting stress on my sleeping. I'm going to once again make a protein smoothie for my Snorlax for lunch.
Let me tell you the bonuses here. So, Greg, here you go. Here's what you can do tomorrow. If you decide to go to green grass, you will have a chance of Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu. If you go to Cyan Beach, it's Squirtle and Pikachu. If you go to Taupe Hollow, Charmander. And if you go to Snowdrop, Tundra, Snover, and Abomasnow. The rates of these Pokemon have been greatly increased.
Ooh, look at that crit protein shake, baby. We're getting swole now.
And
look at
that. I haven't gotten a crit all week, and I'm running the premium good ticket. Okay, the other thing is people were upset that EV week wasn't as good as they expected. And those people ended up going to Greengrass. And when the hardcore Pokemon Sleep subreddit that like will ban you if you post a shiny Pokemon because they have really weird rules there. What? Apparently they did one of the rules on the Pokemon r/Pokemon Sleep. One of the rules were I think they relaxed it a bit. You weren't allowed to post your shiny Pokemon because the admins there thought it would make people feel bad, so they would delete your post. So if you had a post that was like helpful and in the screenshot there was like a shiny in the background, they would still delete it because that was violating a rule. Because they thought you were like trying to suddenly like too shiny.
What is happening in this world?
Then they did a week of they did a week of like, we're gonna test if the shinies are okay, and then it was nothing but posts of people flexing their shinies, and then they like kind of relaxed. Anyways, they actually did like studies, and or whatever that the Silph Road does, like, give me all your data, we're gonna analyze. Apparently, if you went to Beach or Taupe or whatever, you got way more EVs because green grass has more Pokemon in general.
Oh, I
so
see.
The people who got like shiny Eevee during Eevee week, almost all of them were on like the Beach or Taupe Hollow. So they didn't say if these Pokemon are going to be shiny. I don't think so, because they probably would have said it, because they have been saying if shinies increase in Sleep, but they're saying greater appearance. So I'm assuming if you really want Charmander, or you really want Squirtle, or a good Charmander or a good Squirtle, you should probably go to Cyan Beach or Taupe Hollow. I don't know if Snover is worth it. Also, Snowdrop is like really hard for a lot of people because the difficulty increases per island.
Okay, so where are we going?
I think I'm going to go to Taupe
are we
Hollow because
picking?
I don't have a good Charmander.
Interesting.
I
might just stay on
have
green grass.
I have like a 98 Squirtle. So
you and your calculator.
I don't even know what a calculator is. Again, I am not stressing my sleep schedule. Okay. Also, that thing lies like a filthy liar.
The sleep tracker.
The sleep tracker lies.
Oh,
It's just a liar. Straight up. It said I went to bed at 1 a.m, and I could not tell you what happened shortly after 11:30 till the minute I woke up at 8 a.m.
Isn't it your dogs though? Haven't we established?
No, they look. Goblin is so desperate to get on that bed because it's his favorite place to sleep that he does not move once he's there, because he will not give up his spot. Kaiju has sat on the button once, but he usually just goes by our feet up and down, which is way away from the thing.
Yeah.
Nowhere near where that thing is.
Yeah, but it's still going to move the whole mattress.
No.
Well, it depends on what kind of mattress.
We got one of those purple mattresses.
Have you seen the ads for the purple mattress? You can put the egg on.
Two 200-pound men laying on it, and two 20-pound dogs barely walking around on it. They don't move.
They still running mattress ads on podcast. Hey, we got ad spots. Mattress, Casper, Tough and Needle.
I thought you hated Casper.
Yeah, because I can't remember what drama they did.
There was definitely a thing.
Yeah, there was definitely drama. They do make a good pillow.
Purple have a big drama.
Yes, but they actually won their drama. Somebody like tried to fake the drama, and then they like went silent for like 3 months, and then they proved them wrong. It was something. There's both a purple store and a Casper store at Mall of America.
There is.
No Tough and Needle. For the record, I have a Tough and Needle mattress. I don't know if
I have a purple pillow.
Ooh, aren't the purple pillows like 800 pounds?
No,
aren't they like super
the old
heavy?
ones. The old ones are heavy. The new ones aren't. I did a ton of research.
So this is a podcast about Pokemon Sleep.
Well, this is all sleep related.
If you would like to sponsor this show with your mattress or pillows, please email me. Anyways, if you want, in Pokemon Sleep, there's a $50 good sleep box that you can buy with actual $50. It comes with 30 great biscuits and a bunch of other stuff.
How much?
It's 50. It's
how much money?
Yeah,
I think it's
they keep doing this. They haven't stopped doing this.
Oh, okay. Last thing on Pokemon Sleep, I spent money in it.
Well, you've been spending money in it the whole time.
No. That isn't news. That isn't news.
You are not on this show to roast me.
Look, of the suckers who spend money on this show, it's Bobby and then you. This is not news. It would be news if I said I spent money in Sleep. That is something to stop the press.
Yeah, that would be news. That would be news. When you start aligning your Pokemon up with berries, that is breaking news.
Here's the thing. I will tell you my honest thing. When I look at that and it says here are the berries for this week, and I go, oh, one of them matches. That's like my bright moment of the start of the week. Like, oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, 1 out of the 5 match.
Cool. That'll be cute. I wonder how that's gonna go. Next. Let's get to sleep, boys. We got protein shakes to make. I want to see my shiny golem walking around dropping soybeans.
Okay. So last week last week was the Christmas week in Sleep, right? And I was killing it in Sleep, except on Sunday I forgot to hit the button, so it gave me an F because I missed one day. So it was like instant F. I probably would have actually got like a B or something.
How
and I
do you
woke
get
up
that low? I don't understand.
If you miss one day, you're automatically F.
Yeah, I know. I got one where the thing burned out, where it cut out in the middle of the night, and it gave me an A, and I was so mad.
How
dare you? How dare
no,
you?
the
give
reason
me an A?
because my midpoint never lines up. Literally, I looked back, and the only time I ever got A, I've gotten it once since this game has come out, was when I was going to bed at 8 a.m. and I was waking up at 4. For a week straight, I was so tired. I was working all night, and I went to bed at 8, instantly fell asleep. My midpoint lined up every day, and they were like A and A plus. Here we go.
If you miss one night, it doesn't automatically give you an F.
It gives
Just
you
want
like
to say that.
It like drops you to like D though.
No, I got an A.
You had an A for missing a day?
Yep.
I can show you every time I've missed one day, and it's always like F.
Well, yours is always F anyways.
No, well, D. Come on, I get like a D. I'm usually like a D. A D is passing hand. Have you gone to public school? D is passing.
Yes, I went to public
D's
school,
are,
and
I mean, D's are barely passing.
But still
the
passing.
saying is B's and C's get degrees. That is the saying. B's and C's get degrees.
D is not an F.
D is not. Well, barely. How are you not? Look, I don't understand how people don't get S weeks, because that's all I like. You just sleep. It gives you an S at the end of the week, and you're like, cool. And then you raise up in ranks. And look, you two who are doing all of this hard work are of a lesser rank than this buddy right here. So let's absorb those life choices for a moment.
Pound a G Fuel and then instantly fall asleep.
My guess
I had way too much caffeine yesterday.
My guess is that because Steve is on premium, Steve is probably the highest rank, and I am probably the lowest rank because I sleep kind of mid, but I also don't have premium.
I'm level 39.
What are all our ranks?
I was like, maybe we'll have a short episode today. We're like at 2 hours into Pokemon Sleep.
This is your fault.
No, I like Pokemon Sleep. It's like one of my favorite games.
I'm level 35.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 30. It says right at the top.
Under 37. Almost 38. I'm like a heartbeat away from 38.
That's what I thought. So, Steve, because you get premium, you're a higher level. And Greg, because you sleep so well, you're a higher level. And I have neither of those.
That's true. Yeah, I think... Like anyone I've talked to that has like a pretty good 9 to 5 and like they leave stream, they're like, I'm going to bed. And it's like, wow, it's like 8 o'clock. Like anyone who has like an actual like sleep schedule, I feel like they kill it at this game. Because this game like punishes you if you're like, I'm sleeping 6 hours here, but then I'm going to take like a 2-hour nap, but then I'm going to go 8 hours here and then like 5.
That's not a good sleep schedule.
It's true. It's not. Okay, so I had like the like it was like red and everything, and then like I was like, all right, here's my Pokemon, and and it showed a Delibird, my first Delibird, and then I got a Pinsir, and Pinsir's really rare, and I was like, cool. Hopefully one of them is hungry because I'll use my premium biscuit, and then I have like Pokeballs or whatever. They both ended up being hungry, which is like crazy because usually it's like, oh, you have like 5 Ekans and a good Pokemon. The Ekans are going to be hungry, and I don't need any more Ekans. So I was like, okay, I used my premium on the Pinsir, and then I needed like 1 Great Ball, and I was like, cool. And then I went over to the Delibird, and I was like, okay, I don't want to Master Ball it because it's hungry. That doesn't make sense. And I was like, I'll just Great Ball it, and then maybe Great Ball it one more time. And I go into the premium store, And apparently I bought all the Great Balls for the month. And the premium store resets like today as we're recording. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So I went into the free store. You guys don't, in the peasant store.
No, we don't.
You guys don't get Great Balls. It's what? Not
Nope.
even at like a big point surplus, because I think a Great Ball in the premium store is like what? Like 200 or 3, I don't know what it is. But I bought them all. So the only way to get more Great Balls is to actually spend money for them.
Is to use gems. Yeah.
So I bought $10 worth of gems because like the Great Balls were like $3 or whatever. And I bought Great Balls to get the Delibird. And luckily enough, it didn't get full. But I think the psychology for me was like, because it was hungry, it didn't make any sense for me to buy a Master Ball. And if it wasn't, I probably would have got a Master Ball and then I wouldn't have spent real money. But because it was hungry, the Great Ball made sense. Because the Great Ball would be 9 points. And I think Delibird is
Bobby level logic right now.
Yeah,
Even though you absolutely have enough sleep
100%
points to have
Bobby
gotten a
level
Master
logic.
Ball.
Yeah, I could get 3 Master Balls right now. But I didn't want to waste the Master Ball on a Pokemon that was hungry. That was the... If you're watching on YouTube, would you comment if you thought you would have done... everyone on Threads... everyone on Threads very nice. Except those LinkedIn people. They need to
All
go
I
back
have
to
is
LinkedIn.
robots on Threads right now.
I don't. Everyone keeps her like my. I don't have any problem with. All I get on Threads now is like people that are like, I work 800 hours a week, pulled myself up by the bootstraps.
You get those because you keep interacting with them and
No,
telling
I
them to
hit
go
like
back to
you.
LinkedIn.
I did. Okay, that's true. I do call certain people out on Threads.
Yeah, you just leave them alone. Leave them alone. They'll go away. Mine is literally like I get
They're always
followed
trying
by-
to sell you a course.
I get followed by 7 robots a day on Threads. No kidding.
Okay. The Delibird was worth $6. It was worth $6 only because my calculator, Hannah, told me it was a 98%.
Your calculator tells you everything is a 98%.
I would agree with Hannah
That's
here.
because
Every year
I
it's a
use the little
98%
subskill
every
seeds.
time.
Anything can be a 98% when you have the subskill seeds.
That's not true.
No,
It is
I
for
know
the
what
calculator, but
98% refers to, and I don't want to.
it doesn't.
Nope.
It's not.
I just have my shiny friends. I got a shiny.
if you
I
like-
got a shiny Feraligatr that I'm going to bring in. I need to get rid of my Espeon because it's not shiny, and I just was headed there for Espeon. So I got to bring in my next shiny boy, so it's all shiny. But then I have shiny Squirtle and shiny Feraligatr, and I hope they fight.
Wait, you have a shiny Squirtle?
Yeah,
I have like 3 shinies in this game. I have the worst shiny luck ever.
I have a shiny Golem. I have a shiny. I just got a shiny Rattata. I have a shiny Squirtle. I have a shiny Feraligatr. I have a shiny Arcanine.
I'm giving this game money. Where's my shinies? That's how it works, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
have one
wild.
other
I think
that I
I have
remember.
5 or 6 shinies also.
I
I
need to
got-
bring them in. I need to swap out. I'm going to swap out one because I need to do the other. But I should also swap in another Eevee so I can do the Sylveon thing. 150 hours is like, come on. I mean, granted, I sleep 9 hours a night, so it's like 15 days. But still,
It's an
that's a long
investment.
time to
They
have
want
an
you to
Eevee.
put an investment in that Pokemon.
They want you to play their game. Okay, let's speaking of mobile games, Pokemon Masters EX.
Heck
There are
yeah.
two new sync pairs that were announced like last night. The first one is the return of Red and Thunderbolt Pikachu. And
That's
then
not
Cynthia. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I grabbed from Sarumi. There was multiple little bits of Masters news. But yeah, so it's 2 new sync pairs, and then also the return of sync pair Red with Pikachu and Cynthia with Lucario.
Yeah. So
Those
the thing,
will run.
the difference with Sync Pair Red, Sigma Suit Red, and Pikachu is they've released it. They've added an EX roll to it. So the new EX cakes that you can unlock So that's why they brought that back. They've also added an EX role to Cynthia and Lucario. So they've added support to Cynthia, I think. And I want to say they added tech to Red. I don't remember. I think that's right. And then Meloetta, which I haven't pulled, and I'm very mad about it. I want Meloetta. I like Meloetta, and I haven't pulled
Pokemon
it.
Master fans are not jaded as other Pokemon fans.
It's a great game. I love this game. Also, right now, they are running their New Year's 60,000 gem contest. So if you log in between today and the 31st, which will also be today if we're listening on the 1st, through the 7th, you'll get a random chance to share in the 20 million gems that they're giving away. So one person will win 60 million, and then a bunch of other people will win a lot less. But for logging in, like, heck, do it. Like, why not? It's a good game. It's fun.
I'm logging in right now. What I was saying, though,
is really cute. And the song is good. But I went into the banners today because they've added everybody. The banners list is so long and wild. I'm like, what am I doing? Because they have they re-released all of the holiday pairs that you can pull on 2 separate banners. And I don't know why they're separate banners, but there's 2 holiday banners. And then there's 2 banners for every Super Sync pair that they've released. And
that's a lot.
The Neo Champions, like I was scrolling through, I want to say I scrolled through 12 this morning to get to my daily pull. Like, this is a lot. This is kind of confusing.
How many sleep points do I need?
None. It's all gems. I will tell you, I did put money into Pokemon Masters after, what has it been, 5 years? I thought
this is a new 2024. Greg is out of control.
I thought, it's been roughly 5 years. Sure, I'll give him $20. I play it every day. I might as well give him $20, and then that will never happen again.
Pokemon Sleep, watch out. Those $50
and which sync
bundles.
pair were you looking for?
I got Sycamore and Go-Goat.
Yes.
I put money in there to get Sycamore and Go-Goat. Because Sycamore's outfit was so cute, and he's so cute in it. And then they're adding the pictures of him in his cute outfit into the Smooching Lodge. And I'm like, 1,000%, I need cute outfit Sycamore's picture in my Smooching Lodge with Go-Goat. And I did it, and I pulled, and it was a holiday miracle. I texted you both about it when I pulled it. It was very exciting. But
I remember
his scout ended on the 29th, so you cannot get him anymore.
I'm very glad you were able to get that one.
And now I'm trying to get Meloetta, but I don't care as much. Certainly not enough to put money in.
2 new sync pairs? I'm only seeing Meloetta. Was Sycamore the other one?
Meloetta. So the other Neo champion is Nate. Is it Nate? Was it Nate?
Oh,
Nate?
yeah, Nate.
Nate and Haxorus.
Yeah.
That's the other Neo champion. So they released them 2 weeks apart for reasons. I don't know why they released them 2 weeks apart. But those are the 2 new Neo champions. And look, Neo champions is a master thing. They kind of explained it in the story, but not really. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's a way they can put them in new outfits that are cute, and I'm all for it. Like, the Neo Champion storyline is like, okay. So, like, literally, like, they say a bunch of gym leaders came together and thought you should be a champion, but you didn't fight your way to champion, so we're just calling you a Neo Champion, and you're going to get a cute outfit.
Interesting.
The end. I love this game so much.
Going back to jaded Pokemon fans, the only like negative I see about Masters is that people want Ash and Pikachu to return to the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's like that seems like the most requested, bring this character back. I want it.
Ash and Pikachu are so broken in that game. Also, Pikachu's Super Buddy Thunderbolt that can easily do
I really hope that's what the move is called. Super Buddy Thunderbolt.
It's called something close.
I'm
I'll
sure
pull it up.
is.
Anyways, it hits everything on the field for like 20,000 damage each, which is more than almost everything any pair in there has. And you just bring them along. You're like, I just have to do 3 things to unlock this, and then I win. So you just have to survive 3 rounds. What is it called? It is super. It's Buddy something. It's Buddy Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
I logged
Quit
in. I got my
taunting
gems.
me, Rosa. I want you, and I don't have you. Let's switch views. We're gonna go to Ash and Pikachu. Let's take a look. Oh, I was wrong.
Oh, bummer.
Best Buddies Thunderbolt.
Best Buddy Thunderbolt. Super Thunder Buddy Thunderbolt sounds better though.
Because it's the full title is Best Buds 10 million volt Thunderbolt.
Best. Oh, okay. This is like the Bip Bop friend time
Yeah.
for Mimikyu and the let's everyone snuggle forever
Yep.
or whatever it was
Look,
called.
my Ash is level 150 and he murders everything. Just comes
What's
on
the
the
max
field
level
and
in
looks at
Masters?
things.
160 now?
150 is the highest right
Oh,
now.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
And
you can only get
World
the
of
things.
Warcraft leveling in this game. They're gonna have to drop it back down to like
Yeah.
50 and then power creep it back up.
You can only get to 150 if you go to the trainer lodge and chat everybody up for happy fun times.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have some Scarlet and Violet stuff, some Pokemon Go stuff, and Pokemon Concierge came out, and apparently everyone likes it. So we will be right back. And we are back from our break. Just a little bit of SV news here. Hey, there's like a bunch of, when you're listening to this, a bunch of mystery gifts that are expiring. 2 important ones. One is a shiny Lucario. I believe that's January 3rd.
Did we ever figure out why?
No.
No.
Okay. I was like, I'm going to watch Paldean Winds to see if it's in there, and it wasn't.
The other was a Master Ball that expires on January 3rd. When I say expires, I mean UTC time, and I know time zones are hard for people, so if you're listening to this and your Switch is nearby, just get both. My Instagram, Twitter has like all the codes in little cute graphics, but get your shiny Lucario. If you have 2 accounts, get them on both accounts. I don't know. Walking Wake and Iron Leaves end on Thursday, again UTC time, so it's probably like 6 p.m. Central time. Like, if you have 2 accounts, do it on both. If you have both Scarlet and Violet, just do it on both. Walking Wake and Iron Leaves are super sought after. They're very high on the GTS. They're not terribly hard to get. I made a YouTube video on how you can get both of them relatively easy. Here's my like 5-minute raid rant. Walking Wake is much easier. Just with I built like a Tentacruel. It will never die. It's super good. It's like you can find it. Everyone has a Tentacruel. You probably played Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Just move it over, or from Pokemon Go. Fun fact: John Hinkey of Pokemon Go, his favorite Pokemon is apparently Tentacruel. That man's a liar, I think, but he has said multiple times his favorite Pokemon is Tentacruel.
People can like different Pokemon. It's okay.
No, they cannot.
I don't trust him.
There is a
How dare
correct
he.
answer, and I've been watching all of your little pictures that you've been putting up, and all of you have been wrong.
It's not Tentacruel, I'll tell you that much.
Silcoon.
For something like Iron Leaves or any physical Pokemon, I get that some people might not have Nintendo Online. Some people might not have friends or family to do these with. Some people, for whatever reason, that you can't go online. For physical Pokemon, like an Iron Leaves or like the Rhyperior or whatever, you can reset the NPCs. So there's no reason not in a physical raid not to have a Staraptor or an Arcanine come. It's why people like were able to do some of these like 7-star physical Pokemon easier, like Cinderace, is because when a computer dies, you don't lose any time. First, like when a real player dies, and so when Arcanine or Staraptor keep dying over and over, they come back in and they intimidate over and over and over again. So I built an Incineroar for Iron Leaves that you can do with friends or with by yourself, because it just happens to work. And the great thing about Incineroar is when you get that initial intimidate, Iron Leaves no longer gets an attack boost. Instead, it either gets a special defense boost or a speed boost, depending on what nature it is, because the natures are random when you go into this raid. So that makes the raid easier if you're playing by yourself or if you're playing with other people, because not having the, what's it called? Proto boost or whatever its ability is, not having that activate to attack is much better than obviously special defense or speed doesn't matter that much. So anyways, you should get those done. This is the third time they've come around. The first time was broken technically because of the egg issue. And then they had to come back, and I don't know when they're coming back, so you have till Thursday to do that. Don't procrastinate. If you need help, if you're in our Slack, I know people are helpful there. If you're in our Discord, people are helpful there. I won't be streaming this week on Twitch, so I can't help you, but I posted a video, so watch that if you don't know what to do. They're very easy though. If you just follow basic instructions, just get them, please. I don't. We don't know when they're coming back. That's the scary part. It could be another 6 months. So get them. Some new stuff. There is a Blueberry prologue featuring double battles. Registration will start later this week, and then the tournament will be January 12th through the 14th. You will get 10,000 league points if you complete 3 or more battles. The rules of this is you can only use Pokemon caught in the Blueberry decks. So it's like a fun side tournament. One of the reasons we bring up these tournaments on the show, even though maybe a lot of people who listen aren't really competitive battle focused, is because they are fun in the sense of like restricting the Pokedex of like you can't use like Chen Pao or any of those because in this case they're not part of the Blueberry decks. Neither is Urshifu. But the other thing is we've seen this with Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, is when they get near the end of these games, there's usually these little tournament structures that then award a shiny Pokemon. So for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, it was the Tapus. Those were how you get them shiny. And then for Sword and Shield, shout out to the 5 people that commented on my video that my shiny Zapdos was hacked because it's been shiny locked. No, actually, if you go to Pokemon.com or you follow this podcast for any amount of time, you would have known that at the end of Sword and Shield, they gave out shiny Galarian, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. All you had to do was do 3 battles. You didn't have to win them. You just had to, you could go in with an Electrode and self-destruct and lose. Do that 3 times, and you would have gotten your shiny. So in this case, the rewards aren't that great. It's just 10,000 league points. But they've given backpacks before. They've given shirts before. There was no luxury ball shirt, though, for Greg, unfortunately, in Sword and Shield.
I don't even. Still angry.
So
just so cruel and rude.
So if you want to try some Blueberry Pokemon, you can register. Although I don't know if they fixed it. I want to say at the beginning of this game, I guess I'll tell you guys next week, when you registered, you had to lock in your team in Scarlet and Violet. But in Sword and Shield, when you registered, you didn't have to lock in your team. So I actually wonder if they fixed that. Because locking in your team for a whole week kind of sucks, because then you can't use it for other things. But
my one comment is that I'm a little annoyed they're calling this competition a prologue when they have a story-based epilogue coming out.
Yeah, the
I think
epilogue
they've called
is...
competitions prologue before, but it still bothers me.
Is the epilogue the 11th?
11th.
11th is the
11th.
Thursday. Okay. Nothing to really say there because they haven't announced anything, but like, be cautious. Hannah said there was like some weird stuff with BBQs exactly where people can technically spoil the... Look, the epilogue is in the game right now. Like, all you need to do is get like an item to unlock it. Just like Arceus and Shaman were in BDSP the entire time. You just needed an item. So if people somehow get that item early from external means. They can do whatever that epilogue is. I don't know what it is, but boy, do people on TikTok love to just start off spoiling it for you. So just be very cautious if you're, for whatever reason, if you're like the story and you don't want it spoiled. I don't know how big it is. I don't exactly know what it's supposed to say or do, but just, you got 11 days to be cautious out there. Maybe also don't BBQ with completely random people.
How would you even? I suppose Reddit and stuff.
Yeah. There's like a subreddits dedicated.
I was like,
to
how
BBQs.
would you just random? Then never mind. I pieced it together.
If they had good moderators like the Pokemon Sleep Reddit, Greg, then we wouldn't have. No shinies allowed. There is supposed to be, and I think the last Scarlet and Violet news is there is supposed to be a 3.0.1 update. That update is to fix two things. I think we talked about this last week. The one is the TM issue for Scarlet players, and then the other one was something. Oh, the other one was the Inkay thing.
Yep.
Did we talk about this last week?
Yep.
What's the Inkay thing?
If you give Inkay rare candy or experience candy, but only up to like level 29 or something, it's below 30. It will like soft lock your game. Whereas if you give Inkay like 80 experience candy and you like go past 30, you're totally fine. It's such a weird specific, but it's only like if you were like taking your Inkay from like 20 to 25, then it's
Which means you would have had to breed Inkay first, because you can't catch them that low at Blueberry at all.
Yeah,
you have to have hatched it from
I
an
didn't
egg.
think about that.
That is
I transferred a shiny Inkay from Go into Scarlet and Violet, and then I was like, I want to test Malamar with Contrary, and then I was like, oh no. And then everyone was like, no. If you just go to like level 95, you're totally fine. And I was like, okay. I was fine.
Do you still have to turn your Switch upside down?
You do. Yes.
So if you're playing on your TV, do you have to run over and grab your Switch and...
Yep. So fun fact too,
if you're playing... timeline.
if you're playing on your TV and you need to evolve an Inkay, not only do you have to run up and get your Switch, you have to disconnect your Pro Controller. Because if your Pro Controller is connected, it won't sense the Joy-Con's motion. So when you flip it upside down, it doesn't know that it's upside down. So if you're having trouble evolving Inkay, you need to disconnect your Pro Controller completely. Also, the Joy-Cons have to be on the Switch. You can't just hold the Joy-Cons upside down. Inkay is there's going to be a game, like the reason they did the Dex cut is purely for like Furfroos and Inkays and all these things, because like there's so many like, I'm sorry, not every game can have a rock that you walk under with a sandstorm and you have 4 HP and then all of a sudden your Yamask evolves into
just add
Rune Regas.
Another rock to the game. Make it the Rune Rock.
The Rune Rock. No, can I play? I get why they do this, but with Duraludon, so the way you evolve Duraludon into Arch, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Archaludon
is an item called like metal
support
brush, whatever. It's literally metal coat. That's all it is. Metal Coat works for what, like 3 Pokemon? Steelix, Scizor, and I think that's it. Maybe there's another. There's probably one more that I can't think of.
Fortress? Is it Pinecoat or Fortress?
Except it's not literally Metal Coat. It's Metal Alloy.
Yeah, okay. Metal Alloy, Metal Coat. It's the same item. Why are we this is what actually makes me mad. You guys are talking about the wrong issues. We don't need any more items in Pokemon to evolve things.
Absolutely do.
I understand that the reason they couldn't do like Metal Coat is because technically in Sword and Shield there's Metal Coat and there's Duraludon. That would be weird and people would be confused. No. You've already made terrible choices in your game. Look at Ekans and BDSP move. You've already ruined a lot of things. Just make it metal coat. It's fine. We don't need to retcon it. You already did, like, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, where I can get a Magnemite, but I can't get Magneton, and I can't get a Pichu, and I can't get a Magmortar or Espeon or any of those things. You already set these weird rules in your universe. We don't need one specific item to evolve one specific Pokemon anymore. You have, like, Reaper Cloth. It only works for Dusk Noir or whatever.
Everything should be unique and special. It is only for Steelix and Scizor. That's the only thing Metal Coat's for. Look, everybody deserves to have a special little item that makes them feel strong and powerful. And I am not going to deny that to my sweet Pokemon. As I have learned from the amazing Pokemon Concierge series, everybody has to have their own path to happiness. If Durludon needs a metal alloy to feel like a princess at the ball, let them have it. Let it happen. I'm more than happy to let them have that special item and feel like $1,000,000.
You know how they fix this? They just give Duraludon a move like Dragon Cheer, and they say, oh, you need Metal Coat, an item that already exists, but you also need this move as well. There, that fixes the Sword and Shield issue because you can't get that move in that game. We're not going to spoil Pokemon Concierge because I know a lot of people haven't seen it.
So good.
It's, 4 episodes? Each episode's like 20 minutes.
Yep.
It's made by Dwarf Animation Studio. If you don't know what it's about, this is off TheVerge.com, set on a lush island where the famed Pokemon Resort welcomes pocket monsters of all sizes and shapes to rest and recharge. Sizes and shapes to rest and recharge. Pokemon Concierge tells a story of a young woman named Haru, who becomes the newest resort employee after being dumped by her boyfriend. Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, look, it's a whole thing. It's like don't spoil the series of tragedies really that leads her to become a resort employee.
Realizing that she isn't happy with the trajectory of her life, Haru knows that she needs to shake things up, understanding what it is about herself and what makes it easy for Haru to quit her old job and move to join the Pokemon Resort as the concierge. So that's kind of like the theme of it.
Look, if I could leave my life right now and go to an island to become a Pokemon concierge,
that's what I was going to say.
I am selling everything.
I would also be up for this.
I am out. I am out. Like, I don't care. She eats for free. She stays for free. There's no talk of salary. She just gets to live and exist. It is the greatest universe. I want to be there. I want this life for myself. I watched the entire series, and then I went to YouTube to watch the making of the series.
Nice.
Wait, yeah, is that like sorry, Anna, is that like a Netflix thing on YouTube of like the making of the series?
It was it's just YouTube. The thing the studio put down what they did to make it. I don't know how they're related. Like, I literally watched the series. I went over to YouTube and it was like making a Pokemon Concierge. Like, fire it up. Show me what you did. Show me all the faces you made for these incredible stop motion things. Here's the thing. My friend hates stop motion. She finds it creepy.
Stop motion like Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wallace and Gromit, Paranorman.
Yeah, all the like
Coraline,
Oh, I know Coraline.
All of those are stop motion. They do a really, 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 really good job. Like, all the textures are really unique. Like, it is just a gorgeous series.
I honestly had to wait for the credits to actually look and see and make sure it was stop motion and not just some very stylized animation, because it was really hard to tell.
It's really hard to tell. There's a lot of really great detail. They put a lot of detail in the texturing of the Pokemon models. It is clearly beautifully made. It's made with love. It's not a huge commitment. It's 4 episodes of literally 15 minutes each. I watched it for an hour and I was like, what do you mean it's done at 4? I would watch this forever.
Yeah,
It's
it's about
so
an
good.
hour long, all things considered, and it's longer than Hisuian Snow, so it's a bigger commitment than Hisuian Snow.
Not happening then. I can't.
You can't. You can. You just
No, I
won't.
plan on
both
watching
are
it this
really
weekend.
good.
There are
There's
a lot of
something
cute moments.
There's
in that.
something weird about. I think this is just me. This has nothing to do with Pokemon, or it's just me being weird. Like, I buy bottled water because I drink more water. And people are like, just buy a water bottle and get it from your fountain, your little fridge or whatever. But like that doesn't work for me. It didn't work for me growing up. And the reason I drink more water is because then I'm like, oh, I paid money for this. I have to finish it. Whereas like, I guess technically I'm paying money for water. I have a water bill, but it's like not the same. When things are on like Netflix or when things are on like YouTube, like Hisuian Snow or whatever that one series was with like the 6 episodes for Galar that they did as well. I mean, there's also the 4 episodes they did for Paldean Winds. It doesn't feel like a priority because it's just like, oh, we put up free content. But now that I like resubscribe to Netflix specifically for this show and to also, I wanted to see like the One Piece thing. Also, I guess I like One Piece now. I will never watch the anime, but like whatever that live action thing was, I really liked it.
The live action
cool.
is so good. So I watched the live action of One Piece. I'm like, I'm going to go back and because I've been sort of half watching the anime. You know, the anime needs the editor that they put into the live action One Piece because I was like, how are we still at this restaurant? And I've been watching the animated series for literally 3 hours now, and we have not left this restaurant. That was like one episode in the live action, in and out, one and done, much better experience.
So when my Netflix is like, I subscribe like for 2 months twice a year. And when I subscribe, I'm like, I need to watch everything possible because I have a month. So I'm like,
don't
here's
you pay
here's
for
your
YouTube Premium?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but YouTube Premium is more like a business
you are paying
thing.
for Hisui and Snow.
I guess. I also use the Apple, the YouTube Music. Anyways, so I paid my $22. I plan to watch Concierge this weekend. I watched One Piece. That was cool. I finished Disenchantment because I was like, they did a season of whatever. And then I'm going to cancel Netflix. So 2 things here. Number one is, I don't know. I feel like obligated to watch. It almost feels like it's a more important thing because it's on Netflix versus YouTube. And I don't know. That's just to me. Like, it feels like there's so many of these Pokemon 4 episode things that they've just put on YouTube. So this is another Pokemon 4 episode thing, but it's on Netflix, which to me makes it feel like this is more important because it's behind a paywall.
That's weird.
But it is behind a paywall. Like, you have to subscribe to get it.
Yep. No, I understand the logic there, but also all of the animated shorts that are on YouTube are really good too.
No, yeah,
also,
they are.
Just fantastic pieces of artwork made by people with fantastic stories about Pokemon. So, just they're all good. I don't know.
Right, like, watch
Please.
it all.
Yeah.
But if I only have time this weekend to watch Hisuian Snow and Concierge, I feel like the easy answer is Concierge because both are apparently really good. Both are probably the same length. Maybe the Snow is a little bit shorter. But like, because one is behind an actual paywall, it feels like the Pokemon company feels like this is more important to sell it to Netflix. And that's why it's behind. Well, obviously Netflix wants people to sign up because they want their money. So that's the first thing. Is just, to me, it feels more important. And I'm very glad that literally everyone has watched it has said it's amazing. So that's exciting.
1000%.
The more important thing here, this is the actual news of the episode. Netflix released Pokemon Netflix icons, like 24 of them, like Furret, Dedenne, Pikachu, Psyduck, etc. That in it, like, Netflix, you want me to sign up? You just don't even give me a Pokemon. Just give me a Pokemon icon. I am here for you, Netflix. Now, the thing I've learned through research is my Dedenne Netflix icon worth $22? Absolutely. It's worth way more than that $6 Delibird that I caught. Will I lose my Dedenne icon? From what my research is, Netflix will remove icons. Apparently, there was a Taylor Swift Netflix icon, and you can no longer get it. but as long as you never change your icon, it will be there forever. And if you've paused your Netflix, they're not going to take it away from you. So if you are like me and you've changed your icon to a good Pokemon like Dedenne, you can now never change your icon again, because once these icons go away, which they probably will in like 6 months, once you change it, you will lose it forever. So that's the actual PSA of this episode. Keep your Dedenne icon until Netflix is burned to the ground. Or Netflix is bought by somebody. I don't know. Yeah, that was like the first thing I did. I was like, oh my gosh, Pokemon icons?
Yeah, I immediately went in, changed it to Bulbasaur, and sent screenshots to other people who I thought may also want Pokemon icons.
Greg, what is your Pokemon? What is your icon right now on Netflix? You got to change it.
I have no idea what my icon is on Netflix. I could not tell you. I have zero clue. I don't even know. I can tell you what it is for Disney Plus because I have to select it.
Do you and your husband share a Netflix account? You don't have like different profiles?
No.
Oh. I don't
He
know. I don't
doesn't
want my
watch
algorithm messed
Netflix.
up.
He watches.
I was gonna say your husband doesn't seem like a Netflix kind of.
He
like,
watches
binge.
Shudder.
Doesn't he watch like Ultimate Bake Off or whatever?
No, I
Cooking
watch
Kitchen?
Great British Bake Off.
Oh, you watch it.
I watch Great British Bake Off. He watches Shudder. He watches. Look, in the chaos that is happening at his desk, I am never 100% sure what he's watching. It's
fair.
rarely Netflix. It's almost never Hulu. I think he may have a separate Netflix profile from like 20 years ago. I could not tell you. I couldn't
old
tell you what they
DVD.
look like.
The old Will Anderson DVD program.
Oh boy.
Last bit of news here is celebrate the start of 2024 with a grand event. That is Niantic's words, not mine. From Monday, January 1st to Wednesday, January 3rd. This is a short event, so buckle up here. Jigglypuff wearing a ribbon and Wigglytuff wearing a ribbon. Half egg hatch distance when eggs into an incubator. 1/4 half egg distance for the first 3 eggs during the event using the egg hatching widget. I feel like they did this for like 2 months in a row and then stopped doing it. Now they brought it back. I think this works. I think both Android and Apple have the egg hatching widgets. So your first 3 eggs, if you have the widget on your phone, will have 1/4 instead of 1/2. So just keep that in mind. That starts at 10 a.m. your time, January 1st. Following Pokemon in the wild, Jigglypuff with a ribbon, hoot hoot, the best costume Niantic has ever done, wearing the New Year's hat. Darumaka, no hat. If you're lucky trainers, you might get a Bronzor. If you're really lucky trainers, you might not actually see any Bronzor because no one needs that Pokemon at all. No one wants a Bronzor.
They're somewhat rare.
1-star raids will be Bulbasaur wearing a hat, Charmander wearing a hat, Squirtle wearing a hat, Hoot Hoot wearing a hat, Wurmple wearing a hat. 3-star raids. These are all hats. Raticate, Nidorino, Gengar, Wobbuffet. 5-star raids will be Buzzwole for America, Xurkitree for Asia, Pheromosa for Europe. Mega raids will be Mega Ampharos. And then the eggs will be Pikachu wearing a hat. And then literally every baby Pokemon not wearing a hat. Which I guess that's for whatever reason when they introduced Gen 2, they decided that baby Pokemon and New Year's were just, I guess, like the baby wearing the diaper with the sash is like a trope.
Mm-hmm. It's Baby New Year.
So baby Pokemon for New Year's is not anything new. Research is either going to give you Darumaka or Bronzor. That's not that exciting. And then there's a new Darumaka hat. There's a $1 paid time research for Jigglypuff, Hoothoot, Wurmple.
Because of course there is.
Yeah, of course. Just give us a monthly pass. I'm already paying it in Sleep. I'm sure if Masters had one, I'd be paying it. Well, Masters does have one, but it's not super good.
Hey, everybody, there's a million things expiring in Unite in 10 days. So if you want to get a bunch of free stuff, you should start now.
Another social game, Unite. You have to play with other people.
But
I finally learned how much fun it is to play.
Anger out in Unite.
I finally learned how much fun it is to actually play with other people, in Unite for the first time since the game came out.
There's a lot of Meowscarada. I finally got my free Meowscarada, so I'm set going in. And Metagross is here. Metagross comes. You can get a top hat and a monocle from Metagross.
How much is that? 15?
Top tier
20
costume.
8? I can't remember pricing in Unite. It's either like 25 or 40. I feel like costume
I
prices.
think this one's one of the cheaper ones.
Like the $8 one.
I think it's one of the $8 ones. It's not. It wasn't that bad because I don't think it only appears on the final form and not on the others. So those are always cheaper. But it's real good. It's a monocle.
Anyways, I guess if you need help with BBQs, you can join our Discord. It will be the top pinned comment whenever I remember to pin the top comment. We have a very good threaded area, so it doesn't clog up in the Discord. If you're in the Slack, there's a little co-op section there. If you need friends in Pokemon Go, again, in our Discord. I promise you will get friends versus just jumping into random streams and just posting your friend code and be like, why is no one adding me? Why would I add somebody who's just random? Just say hi or hello. You will be, if you say hi and hello to most situations, you will be 90% above everyone else. You have gone above and beyond just by saying hello. You have done it. I promise you. I learned how. Here's the actual end of 2023. I finally got around to doing ogre ousting.
Oh.
And apparently they fixed it. They made it. They said they adjusted the difficulty. They didn't say whether it's harder or easier. The internet said they made it slightly easier. I don't know how hard it was before. The only reason I didn't do ogre ousting is because I was doing other things in Scarlet and Violet. So I was like, I'll do my one mission for the tutorial. I'll eventually come back to this. It's not going anywhere. I did ogre ousting. I got the shiny jumbo marked Munchlax, and then I helped 10 other people get the shiny. I want to help more people get the shiny. So when I do come back to stream, I will do some more ogre ousting. I actually genuinely think it's fun. And so I really like the worst thing about ogre ousting is the worst thing about Scarlet and Violet, which is the frame rate. Be like, oh, ogre ousting would be better if the frame rate was better. The whole game would be better if the frame rate was better. the entire experience. Raids, flying, traversing.
More people might be willing to admit that Scarlet and Violet are actually really good games if the frame rate was better.
Yeah. I think for a lot of people, Scarlet and Violet would probably be a top 3 game if it ran decently. Because it affects everything. It affects raids. It affects ogre ousting. It affects the DLC. Some people are okay with that, but for other people, like, the frame rate does matter. Anyways, again, I plan to help people do ogre ousting. I genuinely like helping people. That's why I do a news podcast. It's why I make YouTube videos. It's why I stream on Twitch. I genuinely like helping people. So, anyways, hey, here's your start to 2024. Start saying hi, hello to me. Maybe 5 people that have interest in you. Hopefully people feel like safe and secure and comfortable in our communities. If they're not, I feel like I'm personally doing a bad job then. So I know it's kind of tough to find people who have similar shared interest and shared interest as you. So thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Greg. Thanks for making it to the end. Everything in the show notes, like always, or the YouTube comments, or any thing like that. But I'm not sure how we're going to cover the epilogue because I don't expect it to be super long, but also people are busy, so I don't want to rush and do it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that when we get to that. We'll be back next week. But thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
super effective.
There are so many events going on for the new year, but also Pokemon Concierge is out and Pokemon Snow still exists. So lots of things. Effective.
paywall that content.
No.